Real hot girl shit. And if the beat live, you know Lil Juke made it. Body yaddy 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 yaddy. Body yaddy 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 yaddy. Body crazy curvy wavy big titties little waist. Body crazy curvy wavy big titties little waist. Body yaddy 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 yaddy. Look at how I bodied that, ate it up and gave it back. Yeah, you look good, but they still wanna know we're making it. Saucy like a barbecue, but you won't get your baby back.
What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Pretty Plus Size and Powerful Podcast. All month long, we have been doing pop-ups with women who are living life and making history. What's happening? It's Friday. Your work week is over. I know you happy. Do like me and grab you a glass of wine or a cocktail. Whatever your choice is. Just get you something to sip on. Because it's like the after hour, happy hour, or the pre-game hour. It depends on what you're doing. You might have just finished dinner with your family, or you might be getting dinner prepared for your date tonight. You might be getting ready to go out, or if you over 30, you probably getting ready for bed. I'm gonna drink this wine and be asleep. In case you don't know who I am and this is your first time tuning in, my name is Aziza, aka Zebo, aka the Human Universe, aka your favorite fat girl. Whenever you see this video, make sure you share the live, tag your friends in the comments so they can come and watch. And if you got any comments or questions, leave them down below. And if Tone is gracious enough to put them on the screen, we will answer them and reply. I gotta give him a hard time. But I have a phenomenal guest today. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello everyone, my name is Shree, aka Hot Girl Ree or Bad Bitch on the Balcony. Those are the only nicknames that I go by, that I choose. People like to call me other stuff. Do not call me those names, please.
Okay, Hot Girl Ree. Who is Hot Girl Ree? Like, as opposed to like Shree, she is such and such and such. Who is Hot Girl Ree?
So Shree is just like everyday me. Like, I'm an employee. When I'm done being an employee, I am a mother. Hot Girl Ree is basically the chick y'all see out here with the crop tops, on the balcony, you know, just flaunting the curves, you know. I can't twerk, but if I could, I'd be doing it too.
See, listen, we gonna have to do some lessons because I could twerk, but it ain't nothing back there. I just be shaking backbone.
I don't know what it is about my like back to butt area. Like, it just don't. I be trying, but it just don't do what it's supposed to do.
You gotta loosen up and just see, you got enough, so it just, you gotta move. You only gotta move a little bit, and then it'll, you know, create everything else that you need.
I don't know. Ask me to heel toe. I can heel toe. I can chicken head. I Harlem shake, all of that, but I cannot twerk.
Oh my, you know what? Heel toe, that is so funny. I'm gonna try to heel toe when we get off of here because I need to see if I can still do it.
Don't do it. You more active than me, so maybe you can do it, but from somebody who is out of shape,
I'm gonna be tired. I'm probably gonna get a good,
like, you don't understand the type of energy it takes to hop. You hopping in and being on your heel and then rotating your feet. Like, that takes a lot of energy.
Can you believe? Okay, I think we about the same age, around the same age, maybe. Did you used to go to like the teen clubs and stuff like that?
Yes, I used to go to the Jungle. What was the other one? 414. I was in the Amistad. I was all up in there. Yes. Yes.
So, you know all about like going and trying to do all of this stuff in Charlotte Russe heels.
But at that time, you know what? I was still kind of in my, I don't want to call it a tomboy phase, but I feel like I really didn't start dressing like girly until I got to college. So I was in sneakers. The Charlotte Russe heels didn't come till college.
Okay. I was kind of like in between. And I was just thinking about the fashion from back then the other day, and I hate it because you would have on like some bell-bottom jeans
With heels.
with heels, and then like a Aeropostale shirt with a tank on top and all of this
A big belt.
big ass
Big belt.
and this big colorful plastic jewelry. Like, who told us that was cute?
Like, who was, like, obviously, like, celebrities probably weren't fully into that style, but it's like, who made that okay for us? Because I just look back, like, I would wear like all black and all of my accessories are like one color and just big and loud, and it's like, what was the purpose?
Neon as hell, just all black with a big thick. I'm talking about the belt got to be about 4 or 5 inches
like,
tall.
What was the purpose of that belt? There was no purpose of that belt. None.
Well, as a fat girl, it always kind of gave me the curve appearance. But then that mugger be, it was so tall that it was like right up under your breast. Like, dude, horrible fashion statement. Jesus Christ. Let me take a sip. I used to stay in Dots and Bakers every Friday. And this is by the time I was working out. So now I have a job. And now I'm old enough to go to the club. I lived in Bakers and I lived in Dots. So I'm buying like $40, $50 pairs of shoes. But my outfit total is like $20.
Yeah, I'm very cheap on the outfit tip. Like, I will buy anything from anywhere as long as the price is not bad. Like, I know people like to shade rainbow, but that's because people buy the rainbow looking shit out of rainbow. Like, it looked like it came from rainbow. But I done bought some nice sweaters and just regular dresses out of there, and it looks perfectly fine. But yeah, I'm picky about shoes. Is different. I'll spend a penny on some shoes, but clothes, I'm like, you might not last that long, so I'm not spending that much.
I love rainbow. I ain't gonna lie. I love rainbow. I be fine as hell in rainbow. But I do know what you mean about that rainbow stuff, like where they got that section where it's a bunch of multi-ethnic faces on everything.
Bright colors. Them certain leggings, it's just like, it looks very rainbowish, but you gotta stay to that section by the front of the store.
Yes.
Over there. Because some of that stuff.
That is too funny. So I done gone to different rainbows, right? Because I be realizing that it be different stuff. Yep. But I swear, it's one on the south side. And I was like, yeah, I'm never coming back here again. This is so Spanish. I can't wear nothing in here. None of the clothes even go together. Like,
no, I want to go. I want to go to that one.
You just gotta try all of them. It was so Spanish. I was like, I can't do nothing in here. I can't do nothing in here. Like, I gotta go back to the hood.
Me, like, I go to the one closest to my house, which is on Silver Spring, Midtown sometimes. And I think is it one in Mall of America? I think it's one in there. I went to that one. But other than that, like, I don't really, everything is far to me because I'm on Lover's Lane. So everything past Capitol just seems so far to me because it's going to take me 20 minutes or more to get there. So
yeah,
I'm about to find this one on the south side because I want to.
I think it's on South 27th Street.
It's in that plaza, isn't it? Like by Michael's or whatever, across from Michael's or whatever that is.
Yep, it's so Spanish. And it's another one too, and I can't think of where it's at. I probably stumbled across it. But it's another one that might be even more Spanish than that. I said, nah, I can't do this. I can't do it.
I need more. How is it Spanish? That's
Like, it's almost like, because okay, when you go to the South Side, when them girls is dressed, they are still dressed how we used to dress
back in the
in
day.
early 2000s. So you go in there and they got on like a blousey type top with some leggings and a thick belt and some flats on. And so everything in there looked like like it's for that style, like for the Mexican girl.
And
Hey, shit, what's up? She said Dots was dope. Listen, I love Dots.
I missed that. Wet Seal was okay for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anybody remember this, but Gadzooks, I think that was like before Wet Seal and Forever 21 came around. It was
I ain't never go there.
it was in Mayfair. I feel like where like Finish Line is, it used to be there like a long time ago, but it was like kind of like a Wet Seal before I think they might have turned into Wet Seal or something. I don't remember, but
Oh, okay.
too.
So for me, Wet Seal was always hit or miss because I was like right at the borderline. I think I was like a size 13. And so if it didn't have no stretch in it, I couldn't put my I wasn't nothing in there fitting. My boobs wasn't even that big at the time now that I think about it, but man, everything in that mug was pulling across my chest like this. I'm like, okay, never mind then. Never mind.
And I had a conversation with somebody about this, like how they really didn't have like plus size. It was like you either got juniors or you got women for a while. And that's probably why, like high school, I was a little smaller, but I think that's part of the reason I kind of would just buy my t-shirts out the men's section, because it's like, I know this is going to fit. Like, no question about like this fitting, but like those early college years, I feel like that's when they kind of started bringing out like plus size sections, because either you was juniors or you in the women's section. Like that was the only option we had.
Right. To me, I had not even heard of the term plus size until maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Like it was, like you said, it was girls, juniors, plus size. Like even when I've been chunky, in fact, all my life, right? So even when I was little, like I was wearing girls plus, but they still wasn't calling it plus size. It was just like, well, we gonna make the clothes a little wider and a little shorter because you're still young.
On it or something.
Huh?
Like what they do now. I think they put like an X on the number. I don't know if that means it's like a size bigger or something in kids. I don't know, but some of the girls stuff will have X. Like it'll be a 7 and a 7X. I don't know.
I don't know. That's interesting. Why not just be an 8? Like why wouldn't it just go to the next size? But luckily now we got more options. It ain't a lot, but it's way more. Definitely. For a minute, everything was a peplum top, and I wore peplum to death. I wore peplum to death. Now, if I see a peplum, I'm upset. Like, dude.
I don't think I had any left. I had a red one left like a couple years ago, but I wasn't trying to wear it. I'm just like, They really don't love us in the clothing industry. Like, I have yet to find a button up that fits.
I don't even search no more. I haven't owned a button up in years. Like, I'm actually distraught over the last time I was able to buy a button up that actually buttoned without like my titties showing out of the button. Like, don't nobody got time for that. Nobody has time.
I'm wearing it with the idea that I'm gonna wear like a cami under it, because these top buttons not even gonna be buttoned.
Yeah.
Like, why can't y'all just put? I don't need more length. I need more here. Y'all not putting it here. I don't understand it.
Yeah. Or like, why do I buy plus size stuff? Or why do I buy an extra large or 1X, but my arms can't fit in it? So my arm, you don't think my arms got bigger? You think I'm just getting fatter around the midsection and nothing else is getting bigger? So now I'm walking around tight as a mug and I can't quite breathe because if I like relax my shoulders,
It'll
the
hurt.
back don't bust out. Like I don't have time.
I definitely feel like I didn't rip the button up like right here. Like I'm not a tall person, and that's why I need a bigger size. Like I have jiggle. I don't know what to tell y'all. But along with the clothing stuff, I'm glad that they kind of came out with like skinny pants because every pair of pants I feel like I had in high school was long. Like I buy them bigger and it'd get longer, so I'd have to cuff them a lot. This was terrible. Like I'm disgusted.
Listen, so now I feel like, cause I know exactly what you're talking about. Because them cuffs at the bottom used to be so thick because the pants were so long, and then you wear them multiple times, and so now it starts to rip in the back of the pants. But them cuffs used to be like this thick, so now you just got like a huge cuff in the pants. Like I don't have time.
Getting wider, like they really made the clothes for bigger sizes. They was making them for like taller people or something, like not people who were wider. Like I don't need these long. I'm short. I don't need these long ass pants. So I'm happy that they kind of invented like skinny pants now. But honestly, I don't like jeans at all. Like I don't know what it is, but I feel like I can never find a pair that like fits perfect. Like it's rare that I can find like a perfect pair of jeans.
Yeah. What I learned from when I was into fashion and stuff like that, or into dressing, now I just don't be caring. I be like, what is on sale at Rainbow? For real. Like that's how I get dressed. But a lot of people have like they have to buy regular jeans and then go get it tailored, especially if you got the hip to waist ratio, you know what I'm saying, a small waist, bigger hips. Everybody got to get their pants tailored. Like, but then who wanna, like, I'm not gonna buy a $20 pair of pants and they pay $60 to get them tailored to my waist.
That's why I'll be perfectly fine with leggings. Like I have no problem, or some joggers. I have on some joggers right now. They fit fine. I'm perfectly fine with that, and some leggings every day for the rest of my life. I don't gotta wear no jeans. I really don't.
Mm-hmm. And so how do you feel about when people be talking mess about putting your fupa in your leggings?
I'm putting this fupa in my leggings because I'm hiding it. Yes, I am. I do not care. Like, I'm not having my pouch hang over the jeans. Sorry, I'm gonna catfish. You can feel how you want. I let people know, like, yeah, I'm catfishing. They don't be want to believe me, but I'm putting it in the pants. Like, I don't want to say I don't have a choice, but I feel like the pants gonna come up that high anyway because I'm short.
Fupa belongs in your pants. Like y'all would think it was if women decided one day, like, you know what, we gonna untuck our fupas for the whole day. Y'all would think we was nuts. Because first of all, it ain't too many shirts that's gonna come down far enough to cover up that little bottom part of the fupa, anyways. And then I was putting on my clothes today, and I was just like, well, what if I don't tuck my fupa in? Girl, I looked at myself, I was like,
no, it's being tucked. Call it what you want. I'm tucking it. I'm catfishing. You gonna see it when I pull it out. I don't know what to tell you. And then on top of that, I feel like the jeans, when it be right under your belly, like that hurt too.
It do.
So let me tuck my fupa in peace.
Period. And that's it.
I don't care what it is. I don't care what kind of pants I have on, except I don't care what kind of pants I have on. I'm standing on that. I'm tucking my fupa in. And that's that.
That's it. That's all.
If you got a problem with my tuck fupa, then you don't like me. So I don't know what to say.
Like, just move on. Find somebody who either got surgery or who naturally skinny, because you're going to have to catch this fupa action however it comes.
however it come. Like I've learned, like it really took me a long time to figure out like what type of clothes work for me. And I'm not shade nobody, but I feel like some people have not grasped that. Like, not to say you got to
Hmm.
dress how I want you to dress, but I feel like I had to really figure out like what works for me. Like with dresses, I don't usually wear like super tight dresses. I'll wear a dress that's kind of tighter up here so it'll make my boobs look bigger, and then kind of flowy at the bottom, because then I'm not like, I don't have to wear like a shaper or
Hmm.
anything, because that's a whole nother
Ooh.
thing right there. So I try to find those type of dresses where it's tighter at the top and kind of loose at the bottom, so I don't even have to do all of that and try to tuck it and be all like, because I can't
Yeah, listen, um shapewear don't exist for me at this point. Like,
either. I feel like I have a couple pair of like shape underwear, but I feel like they don't do much. So I'm not even gonna do it.
mm-mm, mm-mm. But I definitely agree with you on like being able to dress to your body type, or not body type, body type. Not saying that you have to stick to those rules, because do what the hell you want to do, sis. Period. But like certain stuff just flatters different body types, and if you want to look a certain way and look put together, and the whole thing about dressing, and we did a episode a while ago, is that fashion always is trying to get you to create the hourglass shape in your body. So it's always telling you like the body type that's more round at the top, and you know what I'm saying, it's like either square or inverted triangle is what they call it. They trying to tell you, okay, well, wear stuff up higher to your breast, and you know what I'm saying, wear something around your waist, and wear things on the bottom that flow to create the hourglass shape. And it's like, okay, I get it, but shit, I still need to be able to wear some stuff that's just gonna flatter my body type without having to create an illusion of something else. So there's that. But for me right now, I'm putting on the legging. I'm not trying to put on no bra. I don't want to put on nothing restrictive right now, like at all. I ain't been going out the house like that. So
I wish I could not wear a bra. Like I could, but it just, I can't do it. But I wish, like I wish they were perky enough to really just, I could just flow with it. Like shit, we out here. Cause
mine ain't perky at all. I just do it anyways. They be like
like I feel like
saying hi before I do.
when I put on a bra now, it's like so uncomfortable because I'm without one so much. It's uncomfortable for me to wear one. Like it just feels so tight. It feels like it's just cutting off my circulation
Hmm.
here.
Like who be designing them though? Like who be designing them? Like
I feel
once
like
you get to a certain boob size, I feel like only chicks with big boobs should be able to design bras for chicks with big boobs. Like, cause if I like this is a cami, right? But it be bras with straps like this. Like you think, what is this supposed to do to hold up my breast, fam? It's really just
you
cutting
like
into
you
my
think
shoulder.
you think that's gonna hold it. You really believe that?
Like when you designed it, you was like, yes, that 40H, put these on there, put a spaghetti strap on it.
Like I love Riri, as in Rihanna,
Woo.
but some of those are not for us. Like a lot of her bras are like they have that kind of half cup thing where it kind of just stop down here.
Mm-hmm.
We need full coverage, sis.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
I feel like one move and it's just gonna be out, and I don't need that in my life. I don't need that
I,
negativity.
them gotta be for like some bedroom action type stuff. Cause there's no way. There's no way.
That's
So
what
cause
a
like
lot of them look like.
I got some Savage X Fenty. And I was like, oh yeah, look, these nice. And I wore one day for like like to work, I was at work like this, like pulling the straps down, like I'm finna die because the straps are like pushing down into my shoulders. The underwire is pushing down into my stomach. I don't have time for any of that. Like, no, I'm good.
I was thinking about, I don't know who posted it. I don't know if it was one of y'all or somebody else who posted about this website that sells tape. Um, and it's not that I have like a lot of stuff where I need to be strapless too, but some of the stuff I do wear, like how your shirt is, like it does have that curve to it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's supposed to be like some very strong tape, like even for plus sizes. So I'm want to order some of that and give that a try this summer and see how that works out. Um, because I just want to free the nipple all this summer. If I can, I want to free the nipple.
Yes, I am an advocate. So let's talk some stuff that you do. Bad bitch on the balcony. Where did that come from? What made you start? When did you start? And where are you going with it? So just give me the whole rundown.
So I believe this was April of last year. Of course, like kind of at the start of the pandemic. So I had ordered some clothes or whatever. Like, I'm bored. I don't got nothing to do. I'm just going online shop. So I just made a post like, if this pandemic is not over, you know, by summertime, I'm gonna wear these fucking outfits on my balcony and I'm gonna use this hashtag. And that's basically what I started doing. And people did not take me serious, like especially my male friends. Like they just feel like I'm an embarrassment to them because they just, but that's basically just how it started. And then other people would just tag me and stuff or send me their pictures um and stuff like that. And people have like given me different ideas about like where to go next. I was thinking about a calendar, but the idea that I'm like, what I'm thinking about in my mind, I need to figure out a low price way to do it. Because for what I'm thinking about, it's not going to be cheap. Because I want like a couple different girls, um, not on my balcony, but like I'd have to go somewhere and find a balcony that maybe I can rent or something. And
Mm-hmm.
then I do want it to be themed. So if this is like January, what's in January's winter. So you and whatever lingerie you got on or whatever kind of sexy outfit you got on, but winter theme.
Mm-hmm.
February, Valentine's Day, March could be spring or St. Patty's Day. But I just need to figure out a lower price way to do it because I feel like I'd have to coordinate everybody's outfit, pay for the photographer, make sure everybody is like hair and makeup is looking okay. Like if I want it to look, how I want it to look. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I need to figure out like a low price way to do that. And then I was also talking to my friends about like I wouldn't mind being like a brand ambassador,
Okay.
just promoting stuff on my balcony, whether that be local people stuff or even if I can get connected with, some other, more national or international brands, like that'll be cool too.
Okay. That's dope. I'm a. I wanna see. Oh man. Now I'm gonna do you like I be doing my friends, but I ain't gonna tell you now. We'll talk about it after. But so um, you are on a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about that. How did that come about?
So let me just say, Scales bullied me. That's first of all. Because I know some people like suggested that I do a podcast, and I'm like, I don't know if y'all really know this. Like, I'm really an introvert. Like, you say something to me, then I'm gonna talk, but I'm just not gonna sit there and talk. So he asked me to come on an episode like as a guest. And I'm like, what are we gonna be talking about? Whatever, whatever. So we was just talking about like me doing like DM etiquette. So the first episode I came on there, that's what I did. I like read some of the stuff that people say in my DMs and why it's not okay and how they can correct that behavior. And I guess like his listeners enjoyed me being there. So he was like, oh, you got to come back. You got to come back. And then Don went on this like 2-month vacation. So that's really how Phil's bullied me because he's like, Don ain't going to be here. I need you here so I don't be by myself. So then I guess I'm just stuck with them now because I be trying to quit every month. But they don't let me. So they be trying to bully me.
Yeah. So how is it being on a podcast of males and being the only female, like, constant voice?
Listen, I want to fight them a lot because some of the stuff they just say is just like, they're men. So it's just like, this is what you really, and they're also the people that feel like, this how all y'all act. And I'll be like, you can't say that. And then I do try to steer away too from saying men or all of y'all. Like I have to try to stay away from that too, because they didn't caught me up saying that stuff. But I don't want to say it's difficult, but I know them enough now to where I can like rally them back in or say how I feel and get loud, and it's like not taken personal or anything like that. But there was an episode where it was like he invited like 4 guests, and I think all of them brought like somebody else with them. And I feel like the whole episode I maybe said like 5 words because I'm like, it's like 12 of y'all in here. I'm not loud. All of y'all are like just naturally just loud people. Like, so I'm sitting there like, I could have just stayed at home because like I had to raise my hand like, okay, I got something to say. Over talk y'all. But it's cool. They need somebody to keep them balanced because if you just let them talk, you'll want to slap them.
Right. Like the fact that they got this thing about all women are gay. I mean, like,
yes, that stresses me out. Like, what is? Do we need to look up Webster what gay means?
I be like, oh my God. And then I be feeling so bad. Like, Shree got to speak for all women in all cases all the time, but it's entertaining. So you be holding us down. I appreciate it.
I appreciate when I really, and this is why I had to get on scales too the other day because something happened and they were trying to get on my case about it. And I'm like, no, this is why. And they kept trying to argue me down about it. They called somebody else that watches the show. And she was like, before I even like gave her my full take on it, she basically said what I said. And a lot of times they don't want to listen to me until somebody else says it. And I know I be off camera, but I'm sitting right across from Scales and the guest is to the left and they can say something that I said. And I'm just like, didn't I say that? I'm looking at him like, didn't I say that? Because he don't want to acknowledge nothing. Say like he likes to give me a hard time.
That is too funny. That is too funny. Well, I definitely appreciate it. So DM etiquette, that's what I wanted to talk about. Because now that you mentioned it, I'm like, okay, I done had some weird, semi-weird experience. My DM don't be popping, but I done had some instances where it be like, so when you type that out, like you thought it first, then you typed it, then you reread it, and then you sent it. How was I supposed, like, sir?
I don't know where they get this stuff from, because I feel like back in the day when people actually had to shoot their shot at you in person, like they had to give you a little bit of conversation, but I also feel like we was young, so we probably wasn't too deep into it. But I feel like some of them still have that same approach. Like, let me run game. Hey girl, let me run
Mm-hmm.
game. Let me say whatever. Like, what are we talking about right now? Like, excuse me, ma. I don't want to be rude if you got a man or something, but I just had to let you know you beautiful. You didn't have to do anything. Mr. Clark
At
said,
least you get an excuse me, ma. I be getting a like. You know what? You know what I love? Message requests, because they can message you, and if you're not friends, you never see that shit. I got a long line of old shit and new shit that just be like, "You sexy as fuck."
okay.
What am I supposed to say to you? Like, what would you want me to say back to you after that?
Depending on how I'm feeling, I might just say thanks, or I might give it a thumbs up. Cause like if I post something to my story and they reply to it, they might put like a bunch of heart eyes, or like, damn, you sexy as fuck. Damn, whatever they gotta say, like, and I'll just give it a thumbs up. Like, I don't know what else you want me to say to that. Like, I wish I still had the list, but I know one of them on there was like, don't thank me for the ad. Don't thank me for accepting your friend request. This is not a thankful situation. It's not.
Or hop straight in my DM. I just added you. I
That be the
just
main problem. That's the main thing Scales and them get on me about, is I don't like anyone's DMs, but I'm like, okay, and y'all read this stuff and said I wouldn't have did that. So it's like, so why y'all picking at me? Because it's like, I feel like there have been very few times where somebody has been, like what they said was okay, or their approach was okay, but it's just a simple matter of like, the feeling is not mutual, or they tried to jump for my number too fast. Like, I'm not giving you my number if I don't feel like it's not going to get anywhere. Like, your DMs are already kind of showing me certain things, and it's like,
mm-hmm,
I don't even feel the slightest bit of hope for something good to come out of this.
mm-hmm.
You not even getting my phone number.
Yeah. And I know, so I take, okay, I don't want to say I take social media seriously, but I look at your social media as a representative of
Oh
who you are.
yeah.
Like, so even though it'd be like, you can't take this for real, but social media either tells me, what I'm saying, the thoughts that you have, what you think is funny, you know what I'm saying, like your mood, you know what I'm saying, your different moods and stuff. Like, I erase so many people who just wake up angry. Like, it's too early to be mad, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete you. I delete people on a regular basis who just talk crazy about women with no, what I'm saying, constructiveness to it. Like, you just mad at women. Okay, so let me go ahead and delete you. Um, it just, I don't know. So what's a good way? Like, because even for me now, like, everything to me seem like a game. Like, you don't gotta hop straight in my DM, right? Like, if your goal is to try to talk to me, comment on stuff that I'm talking about. Comment on my statuses. You can even comment on my pictures and tell me like, oh, you look nice, blah blah blah, this and that. But to hop straight in my DM, like, sir, why are we having a private conversation so very early? Like, just interact with me how I'm trying to interact on this app right now before you try to hop in my DM.
And that's one of the things that I think I said, is like, you need to take time to kind of build. Like, with social media, everything is so fast. Like, um And it's like I don't want to move that fast. Like I really do not know you. Like if I was somewhere in public, I would hope a guy would walk over to me, introduce himself, maybe spark up a little bit of a conversation, and then ask me for my number. Like if you just come over like, hey, I think you cute. Can I text you? I'm gonna say no, as opposed to somebody who's going to take the time to start little conversations here and there. And they don't even have to be fake. Like, don't
Mm-hmm.
come to me pretending like you like the show Martin. Like people know who know me know like I love Martin. You don't gotta pretend like you like Martin, but if you see something that's genuinely like a common interest or
Mm-hmm.
something that I post that's an interest to you, like you can comment on it. Or even if I post something to my story, you can start a conversation there. Like I'm not that shut off of a person that I won't entertain a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's like they will try it after two messages like, hey, good morning, beautiful. I'd be like, good morning. Um, whatever they gotta say after that, and then I'll reply and then be like, so can I get to know you? And it's like we three messages. I legit don't know you
Like,
at
you
all.
do realize that you talking to me is you getting to know me, right? Like, so you already like a step up, but like dudes be like, all right, I'm gonna start opening the door, and then I'm finna kick the door off the hinges as I'm opening it up, and then you be like, well, close my motherfucking door. Like now you cut off because you just did too much.
Like I'm not even saying you gotta go like a whole month of just straight DMs, but I feel like people also don't understand. Like I'm not going to entertain anybody that I don't feel the same for.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we're talking in DMs and I'm just not really feeling that connection,
Yeah.
like first of all, like looks aren't everything, but I feel like I have to at least look at you and feel some type of way about the way you look. You don't have to be fine, but I have to look at you and be like, hmm, wouldn't mind, sitting next to him on the couch while
Right.
I'm binging a show. I wouldn't mind looking at him while I'm binging a show. But
Right.
people just feel like I should just give somebody a chance just because they were nice. And it's like, that's not enough. People pretend to be nice. He can be nice now and take me on one date, and the next morning, if I ain't responding fast enough, blowing me up. Like, that's why I don't even get to that point where I'm giving people my number, because I don't even want to have to go through the process of blocking anybody or anything. Show me what it's about in these DMs. If I'm not seeing it, then I
Yeah.
really don't know what it is. I feel like it's slim pickings.
I think dudes just don't know how to put in effort. Like you said, social media makes stuff go so fast. So even if somebody is your friend, like they think they got the full picture of who you are from social media. So it is almost like, oh well, let's go out and kick it, and it's not just dudes. We women do that shit too. But you know what I'm saying? Like you meet somebody off of social media, y'all been friends for a couple of years, so you skip all of the courtship process. Now you possibly smashing on a motherfucker you actually don't know and shit, and they got a whole secret life, or you realize like, damn, this is not the person that I thought they was, and I really don't like them, and now they know where you live, and now you done created a whole situation for yourself that ain't no, I just don't have time for it. So
And it's like that does not make us friends. And then this is the other thing. I'm gonna this may work for some people, but if I say no, like chances are it's gonna be a no next week. It's gonna be a no next month. It's gonna be a no next year. Unless something has drastically changed with your approach, or I don't know, whatever the issue was, but people feel like they gotta keep coming back and trying. I'm like, my answer has not changed.
hmm
Try again. You don't have to do that over here.
Yeah. It was it's so funny. I was like it for me, and this might be my fault because sometimes like it depends on how, or it depended on how bored I might have been at the time, or how I was feeling, or what my life situation was, like whether I was dating somebody or not. But it was somebody who in my inbox for like 2 years. Hey, how you doing? What's up, beautiful? Blah, blah, this and that. And sometimes I say hey, and sometimes I just completely ignore months later until I met him in person, and then I'm like, So now we kicking it and shit, right? And so then it became like a friendship and whatever. But like still that was kind of like a once in a lifetime type of thing. Like
And that
that
could
ain't
be it too. Like I don't know you. Like pictures can only show like, because there have been some people that I've seen on Facebook, like they all right, and then I might see them in person, like, oh, that picture didn't do you any justice. You look better in person, or you just, social media is only giving me like some of what's going on with you. Like maybe if we talked in person, conversation might be different. I don't know, but it's like I just feel like the DM side in for most of them is just a game. Like just let me see which one I can get, because your guys will come to me like, "Hey, let me take you out for a drink." I'm like, "A drink of water?" But if you did your research, you will know like I'm not really a drinker like that.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't be doing research or just you. If you look at what I post, you will know what I like. I might go get some ice cream and put it on my Facebook story because I like ice cream.
It
I
be effort.
Papa Dough. I mean, I don't expect you to just drive me to Illinois for Papa Dough, but obviously I like seafood. Like, pay attention. Just pay attention. They don't pay attention.
Yeah. It be like I say all the time, the way to get the woman that you want is through effort. And I had to even break that down to like thoughtfulness. Like, just be thoughtful. It's so easy. Like, okay, you Facebook friends where you stalking her page or whatever. I don't want to call it stalking, but like you paying attention. If you paying attention, okay, well shit. I realized her favorite color yellow. I promise you, it's gonna be maybe not for everybody, but even if you go to the Dollar Tree and create a little basket of fucking yellow trinkets and random things and some candies that you think she might like, that's gonna go so far than you know what I'm saying, so much further than you like pestering her in her DM talking about what you doing every day. Like, when can I see you? Like, leave me alone with that shit.
I got a story, but I want to see if this man is your friend first. What's his name? Hold on, let me figure out his name. Because this guy is just something else. I mean, forget it. He gonna see this anyway. But I don't know if you remember that I posted about the guy that slid in my DM with the basketball thing. And people thought I was trying to be shady towards him, and I'm like, I ain't trying to be shady. I just thought it was funny.
Mm-hmm.
So then he writes me like, I wrote a song for you. Can I send it, or do you want to hear it? I'm like, I like it don't make a difference to me. Like, if you want to send it, send it. I don't care. So I give him my email and he sends it, and I'm like, who is this on this song? He's like, it's me. Why you don't like it? But in my mind, I'm like, I don't see anything on your page about you being anything involved with music. So I'm like on Apple Music trying to see like if this is somebody else's song. Like I'm on YouTube because I'm just like, this don't even, like, I ain't never met him in person, but I'm like, this don't even sound like you. And I ain't even never met you. But it's just like You're telling me that you don't know me and you felt that compelled to write a song. This is what really had me tripping. Cause in the song they talk about something about going to the west side. Are we going to the west side in Milwaukee? Do people say I'm going to the west side?
No.
Okay.
No, that's a Chicago thing. He probably sent you a
LA
song from somebody in Chicago.
or in LA, some other place that actually like they go to the west side. Like you're not going to the west here.
That's so funny.
I'm gonna send it to you too, because I'm like, I really felt like this cannot be him. Like this cannot be him. You did not just write me a song. No, you did not.
Mm-mm. Listen, I mean, you tell me if you've ever had this, because I've had some very Facebook public relationships, right? Well, two. One of them was just way too public. But like after that relationship was over, like people who he may have known started sliding into my DM. Like
they didn't do that because I think with my son's dad, I think a lot of his friends already kind of knew them. So that's why. And also because it wasn't a thing where people really knew we were broken up either. Because at that point, he had already removed me off Facebook because he was petty. And I felt like he just wanted to hoe in peace. Like, I really felt like that's why he removed me because, he would say certain stuff or do certain stuff, or like certain females would comment and his replies wouldn't be like, hey, you have a girlfriend? Like, you probably shouldn't say stuff, like that. And I would get up to him. So at some point, he just removed me while we was in a relationship. Like, okay, whatever. So it wasn't like I feel like we didn't fake broke up on Facebook a couple times, but when it was really over, I don't think it was like a big announcement. Like, I feel like it was not a known thing for a while. But also, like I said, a lot of his friends, I had already kind of known them prior to knowing him because some of them went to King with me, or I just knew them from being in the club and stuff like that. So none of them try, and maybe that's why, because I already knew them. Like,
yeah.
I'm just coming into the situation and meeting all his friends. Somebody might have, but I already like knew. Like, he was the last one off the click, obviously, that I didn't know because I knew the rest of them.
Yeah, I had weird shit, and it wasn't his friends, but it was people who knew him and then knew me as being his girlfriend, and be like, "Oh yeah, like you used to date such and such," but like you trying to chop at me though. Like, why do you think that talking to me about my ex is a way to get into?
You don't even have to bring that up. Say something else.
Like,
because now I feel like you trying to be. I don't want to say be shady, but I feel like it's kind of low key shady for you to even acknowledge that you know about this situation, but you're still gonna try. Because I would hope if you don't know me like that, you wouldn't just come to me like you used to date whoever.
So before we go, have you been paying attention to the gossip of the week with Derek Jackson?
Where do I want to? All I'm gonna say is I'm not surprised. I don't know if you heard the interview with the wine Tasha lady. I can't think of her YouTube, but that whole audio. Now, he cheated probably through that whole relationship. But whoever this lady was that she was talking to, I just don't 100% believe her story. Like, they might have had something going on, But it was just certain stuff in her story that just was not adding up to me. And it's like, if you're not gonna be 100% truthful, like, just don't even talk. Like, Offset side chick that was crying, like, I didn't even know they was really married. Like, you thought it was a fake marriage, or was he telling you they were separate? Like, what did you would go to their social media and see them.
Like, it don't matter if they married, you knew they was in a relationship.
I don't know, I guess she thought it was fake, but that's I don't know. He just, I want his wife to escape. If sis need help, we can come get her. Because if you did you see the video she posted with the scriptures? She was like, this,
Mm-mm.
she was like, this is the armor. She was like, you guys see a bonnet? This is the armor of something. You see an army fatigue shirt? This is the armor. Like, she's just like talking about how she came prepared for battle, and I gotta
What? I don't
find it.
know.
I'm guessing that's in response to people talking about her looks.
Yeah.
But if you just go to her, and then I sent a video to my group chat of Derek Jackson being at one of them churches where like the preacher is like doing all of this and they just fall out. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, what is going on right now? Like commercials you see at 3 a.m. Like, it
Yeah.
looks like one of those. But I don't put it past him. I want sis to escape.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. The chick on YouTube, she did 3 interviews with 3 different side chicks.
So the one that was the surgeon, I didn't hear the other two.
Okay, that's the one I heard too. And from listening to her, like, I'm like, okay, I believe her, but I don't believe she was as clueless as she make herself seem. Like, I
Cause
don't
she
think she's just.
didn't she say she didn't really know who he was, but
Mm-hmm.
like at the beginning of the interview, she said when I would search his stuff, it would never come up.
Right. He had
So
me
do
blocked
you?
on all social media.
So why would he block? Like, that's what I'm like. How would he even get to the point of blocking you? How did he
But you
find?
said you don't have social media.
She
Like you
said
said, you didn't have social media, so how he blocking you?
she said on YouTube, but I'm like, how would he even figure out your YouTube for him to block you unless he asked you?
Right.
And you
But
said you didn't know like he was who he was, but you would try to search him and couldn't find him. Like, just little stuff like that was just like, I don't know. Like, I feel like she probably was messing with him. But everything she said was just like, tell the truth or the whole truth or don't.
mm-hmm. I mean, I definitely think she was spilling tea. I definitely think she came on there to spill tea. Um, I think she got her goal accomplished. I think that everything about, him telling her he was separated from his wife and his wife was living in Alabama and all of that stuff, I believe that. And, as women, if, certain things are in alignment, we gonna believe what we choose to believe and act how we choose to act in whatever situation. So I think it's a lot of that going on too.
Mm-hmm.
But she kind of just opened up to me something, like the stuff that she was saying made me like understand why his wife might have been sitting there looking like she was a prisoner.
Mm-hmm.
Why she's standing by his side, because the way that she was talking about how aggressive he is and he grabbed on her, and when she was with her family on Christmas and he called her 13 times and cussed her out, telling her to get her motherfucking ass home and all this other stuff. I'm like,
Wait, with your family?
like,
Why you not at home with your family on Christmas?
right.
Yeah, like it definitely made sense, like how she was saying like his wife's love language is like the church. So he
Mm-hmm.
plays on that. And I'm like, and then I think this also opened up in our group chat too. Like, do you feel like, your spouse or whatever needs to be posted? And I'm like, he doesn't have to post my picture, but it shouldn't be a secret that you're married. And I feel like nobody knew he was married.
Right.
What reason
Right.
would nobody at least know you're married. You ain't got to tell us who your wife is, none of that. But nobody knew you were married.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it is what it is. It be intentional because, like, I'm not a believer that you have to make your relationships public. I'm not. I don't subscribe to that. I don't subscribe to that no more. When I was younger, absolutely. Why you ain't posting me? What you
Right.
trying to hide? You know what I'm saying? But now it's just like whatever. But if you posting everything else about your life and I'm the secret, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'll
That's
be a conversation to be had. But you know, I mean, for him, it would have been more of an enhancement. Like, I'm a relationship
oh,
expert and I'm putting this
yeah.
shit into practice.
But he wasn't because he been cheating. And that's
Exactly.
one of the things that I got on my ex about it. So I'm like, you'll post like your mom birthday will roll around or Mother's Day, you'll post her or your dad or your friends, or he'll post my son. But I'm like, I'm not here. I ain't even saying you gotta go all out or anything, but it's like you're acknowledging all of these other important people in your life.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even gotta say my name. You don't gotta tag me. You don't gotta post a picture, but just acknowledge my presence, because I feel like even if it's just boyfriend and girlfriend, I'm gonna acknowledge you on social media
Mm-hmm.
for whatever reason. If you did something for me that I really appreciated, I can just say I appreciate my boyfriend for doing XYZ, but it's just that acknowledgement that I'm here.
Right.
Because you go to her,
Right.
she has several, like Derek Jackson's wife, she has pictures of them going back very far. And it's like, you have absolutely nothing of her until this year, like 2 pictures.
Right. Right. Girl, I sure hate it. Well, thank you for coming on with me.
No
But
problem.
it's happy hour, after hour, pre-game, pre-dinner, Friday night chat. Do you want people to follow you on social medias and stuff like that?
Um, yeah, if they want to. My Instagrams are Shree Amour, ShareeAmour. I think it's underscore bad bitch on the balcony. And then the other one is underscore refined wristwear. And then Sharia Moore on Twitter. I don't be on there that much. Sharia Moore on Snapchat. I'm just Sharia Moore. Oh, that's my other name. Sharia Moore.
Okay.
I just
All
got
right. Well, it's been fun. It's been fun. Make sure y'all follow Pretty Plus Size and Powerful on all of the things. The page, the group, the Instagram at Pretty Plus Power. Check out the website, www.prettypluspower.com. You can follow me on social media. Just look up Zebo_P3 everywhere. And I don't really, yeah, Instagram is good enough. Because I'm real weird about who I do and don't add on Facebook. I don't know. Your profile got to kind of be on point and look realistic. And if you said, like, if you're trying to get me to do Bitcoin or Forex or any of that, I'm probably not going to add you. I'm good. I don't want no cartoon logos or none of that. So if you're doing all that, I ain't got nothing for you. But thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see y'all on the next go round. I got 2 more pop-ups this month, y'all. So make sure y'all keep tuning in. Thank y'all for helping us become the number 7 plus size podcast in the world. We out.
peace.
Bye.